Hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel. And in our last video we talked about how to use file system. So if you haven't watched it, there's a link in my description below so you can watch it. And in today's video we are going to be talking about path, and this is another module embedded in Node, and this path allows you to get the specific portion of your environment, the device you are running on. So to get started, we have different paths, but before we can make use of that, we need to import the path module. So to import the path module, you need to type so I will name it path, and to require it, type require path, and that is it. And to make use of the path, what you have to do is there are many methods attached to the path, but before I make use of that, I want to display some things to you. There is one that doesn't require the module path, but I can categorize it as the path module. But to use that, you just have to use the underscore double underscore .name, and this will print out your directory which you are currently on. So to do that, let me just console it out. Okay, .name, and let me run it. So sorry. And as you can see now, it said this is the current directory I'm on. And the second one is the file name. So this will get the file name of what we are running on, and let me console log it out. So wait, and as you can see here, it gets the complete directory of where we are running our code from. You can see here it says path.js, and up here it just only says lesson1, and that is for the directory. And for the file base, this is the file base where we are currently running our code from. That is our file base. And to get started with the using of the path module, what we need to do is that for us to use it, we have already imported it, and what we need to do next is use the path module. And to get the first thing I will need is, let me console log it out. And the first one is the extension. Let me get the one for the extension. So we'll be using the extension path method from the path module. And to get the extension of what we are currently running on, all we have to do is console log, path dot extension name, and I'll just use the file name. So let me console log it out, and as you can see here it said .js, and that is the extension we are running on. And if you want to get a specific one you have on your automatically input by you, so maybe HTML file, let me say index.html, and let me put the HTML file here. and that is it. So let me console log out the extension, and you see now it says .html, and what the extension does is that it gets the from the part where your dot is being located, the last portion, you get it, and that is your extension. And the second part, and the second one we'll be talking about, is the base name. And to use that, I'll be using console.log so you can get what I mean. And the base name, dot base name, and let me use the file name again. So we'll be using the file name a lot. Okay, and that is the base name, part.js, because we are currently in the part.js. So let me clear this out so you can see again. And this one, so, and you can see that is our builds file, part.js, because we are currently on part.js. That is our base. And the next part is the pass, console.log. So the one we'll be using is the pass method from the pass module, and to use that, console.log path.pass. So file name, and let's get it. And here we can see right now. So what the path does is that it converts it to a object. As you can see here now, it said root, directory, base, extension, and name. So that is what the path does, is convert it to an object. So you can easily grab maybe the root, or the directory, or the base, or the extension, or the name. So to do that, let me just do okay dot name or dot extension. So let me run it again. And as you can see, it gets the extension. And let's also try the name. And as you can see, the name was console log out, and that is for the pass. And the next one is the normalize. So this is another method from the path module, normalize. And what the normalize does is that it converts your directory link into a reasonable one. Like, let me just console log this out. Let's say your directory, maybe the link path is, so let me say link path is / node course and / lesson 1 and also / path. So let's see what normalize does with this link. And let's say path.normalize link path. And let me comment this out. And let's see. And you can see here now what the normalize does. It remove the double strings. Even if you have a triple string, it will convert it to a single string. So what we call this is called a delimiter in parts or in parts module. So let's say so it's called a delimiter, and I mean a part is not a delimiter. I mean it's called a separator. Sorry, not a delimiter, it's called a separator. And as you can see, why it use the backslash is that in window version we use backslash, but in POSIX version, like POSIX version, they use forward slash, but in window version they use backslash, and I'm running on window version, so that is why the separator is backslash. And for the delimiter, what the delimiter does is that it converts your link into an array. So it's converted to an array. So let's see what the delimiter does. For the delimiter, so this is the delimiter. I've already showed the delimiter, but let me console log it out again. And let me comment this out. And you can see that this is the delimiter. So if you have a link like this, maybe a link so maybe there is a link like node course, and another one like maybe, let's say, lesson 1 and part, and this is the maybe the string imported, and you want to convert it into an array function, array. So convert to an array. So to convert it to an array, you just need to pass the part of the delimiter. So and let's see what the delimiter does. Okay, let me see what caused the error. Sorry, mistake. Okay, sorry, there's an error there. So okay, sorry, there is an error there. So what I need to do first is that I need to grab the link first, and maybe so that is the link. So I need to split it by the part dot delimiter. So what this does is that it find where the delimiter is located inside the string and it split it. And as you all know, if you are a beginner in Node.js and you have gone through a course for split, whenever you use split, it converts it into an array. So that is what the split does. And the path delimiter is just like maybe you grab a link, maybe a link or a text that, and you apply dot split to it, and maybe you want to split it by a question mark or a column or anything. So that is what the split does. And so we are splitting it by the delimiter. And so let's run it again, and you can see here now it's converted to an array, and that is the first part is node call, and the second array is lesson 1, and third one is path. So you can grab it. So grab the first one, you need to use the, so to get the first part you use the 0, and because an array starts from 0, so to grab the first one, let me console log it again, and you can see here now our output node cost. And the next one we are going to be talking about in the path module is relative. So relative, so what the relative method does is that it compare both maybe both parts you are comparing. So let me just say this is part 1, and that is the part 1 is /data/ course / maybe lesson 1 part. And let me add another one, so part 2, and this is data /course /node /tutorial. So we'll be comparing these two parts, and let's see how it goes. So console.log path.relative, and that is part 1 and part 2. So let's see what it outputs. And as you can see here now, it said node /tutorial. So if you are comparing this part and this part, what it does is that it gets the last part where the comparison differs. So here now you can see it's the same, and from there it's not the same again. So it grabs the last part you are comparing it to. So here, and as you can see here now, you can see the double dot /double again. So that is the lines of where the file is being compared from. So, and if you are not using any part here, it will be default as the directory of this file. So let me compare it again, and as you can see here now, it gets the default directory of where I'm running my code from. and that is it. When you do that, is what it does when you don't input any part to compare. So that is what the relative method does in the parts module. And the last one I'll be talking about is absolute. So let me just console log it out. So it's just pretty simple. So it does what the name says. So it's absolute file name. So let me console log it out. You can see here now true. So it's output a boolean, and let me add another part here. So part. So let me just add data/part, and let me input it here. So another part 1, and let's see, and wait. Okay, sorry, I forgot to add it. And as I see, is absolute. So what this does is that it grabs the part and compare it. Maybe the part you add is absolute, and what the absolute means is that whatever you input, because this one was raw code, and it will be output as true. So let me use the done name again and see what I'm talking about. And as you can see here now, all the folder is absolute, and that is what is absolute does. So if you like this video, don't forget to give a like, and also subscribe to my channel, and also share for other people to benefit from it. Stay safe, stay syntactic, and see you next in my next video.